Hi again, it's next Sunday. Kind of workout that collect my thoughts about extra information and we move forward. Last time we stopped at the brain synchronization. So we have two hemispheres, one in another, and when those are synchronized, you're at the higher ability capacity, you're at the better balance. When those are not, so mind control has ability to desynchronize your brain hemispheres, and by doing so to affect you. So one of the things that you can do to counteract it, brain exercise. You can look it up on YouTube. There's a different kind of brain exercises. You might find it actually very cool and interesting. For example, there's one where you just doing continuously play with the hand. You close this one, open this one, then you open this one, something like that continuously. And what it does, this side, for example, this side of the brain operate, right? And so this left side is this side of the brain operate. So when we put those exercises, brain have ability to communicate information between hemispheres, and by doing so, to actively synchronize back to correct balance. And another option, you can simply look it up on YouTube, or you can type it in brain synchronization video, and you will have several. You're learning now there are frequencies that can affect you in a negative way, for example, through mind control, through your device. But there's also frequencies that can be generated for good, and there's tons of them on YouTube that you will discover. And simply by finding brain synchronization video, you can just pick one, see if you like it. You can listen for 5 minutes, see if you feel anything. And most likely, every single one of those will work for you. But you want to experiment. For example, I have my favorites. So brain synchronization, very powerful. Obstacles with it. For example, if you overslept and the effect on you while you was sleeping was very strong. In the morning, you feel that everything is fine. You're like ready to rock and roll. A lot of times, there's a cover-up program that goes right over programming you, and it gives you that sense of euphoria, like you're fine, everything is good, you're on top of it. Don't fall for it. Give it an hour. About an hour later, you will start to feel where your mind is. So with brain synchronization, there are a couple chemicals. Well, we're talking about our body as a chemical ware. Computer is a hardware, this is a bioware. So for easier brain synchronization, you wanted to help it by taking combination of zinc and potassium. You can simply take one pill of zinc and one pill of potassium with some food, and you will feel in a very short period of time, maybe 10 minutes no more than that, kind of soften up a little bit, right? When you feel that, then you can put brain synchronization video. It will do much quicker and easier job. But I strongly suggest not to drink zinc and potassium before you go to sleep, because you putting yourself in harm ways. If you fall asleep under those frequencies that are attacking you, and your brain tissue is soft, this topic will be explained in a different video, actually life dangerous situation. Not because of anything with supplements, no, because of what can be done while you're sleeping without your awareness, with your brain prepared for it, okay? So only use in the morning, exactly the way I explained, it's important. Then let's get back to, we talk about mind control, this is already video number 3, but some of you may probably just clicking and thinking, well, I'm not sure it exists, or I don't know, this guy, he's kind of weird, he's changing his outfits and stuff. Well, for example, today I'm wearing this towel. We have nerves over here on the neck, very close to the outside surface. So with the mind control frequencies, it's very easy to affect those. And by affecting those, you can affect inside the brain, because it's all interconnected. And so I have the towel to kind of protect that. And it works really good. I'm professional at it, so you can just trust me on this. And so I didn't explain what is this in the last 2 videos. So this is just to close this right ear, because the mind control frequencies mostly trying to affect this hemisphere, because there's a lot here that can be really affected and screwed up your day, okay? Not so much here, but over here there's quite a bit of things, and if you want to know a little bit more about it, research brain map, and you will know why and what's in this particular hemisphere that can be affected. Okay, so when frequencies attacking this side, I generally mostly 24/7 wearing the earplug. And some of those plastic ones that you jam and plug in, you cannot comfortably wear for a long time because they expand in the ear and continuously pushing, so it's not very comfortable feeling. This is the ones that I find in Walgreens that works really, really good, and I like them a lot. Plus, it's a lot harder to lose them because it's on this little thing. But I only need one in this particular ear. I don't need another one in another. However, if I go to sleep, I put 2. The reason why is because these tissues are very soft. It's not like a scalp. And eyes are very soft. So for some attack with frequencies to penetrate, it's a lot easier to use the soft areas. okay? And it's designed that way. So if you wanted to have a better sleep, you can put earplugs, and they also have available special glasses to protect from EMF. As we talked a little bit in the previous video, for example, there's a whole line of clothing that was put on the market. It's called EMF protective clothing to help you shield from these particular frequencies. It's Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, RF frequencies, all the range that you can also research about what range is. So since we started about the brain synchronization is a very good tool, and it would help you. And then I wanted to mention, because I kind of got off the topic, because some of you, probably thinking, what is this? Is this for real or not? So how do you really feel if you attacked or if frequency is affecting you? As I mentioned in the previous video, it's like a sunglasses. You can wear it, and after a while you forget that you have them on your nose. And you kind of get accustomed to reality with the glasses until you realize you have them on and you take it off. With mind control, it's kind of similar. So if you continuously under the mind control frequencies, or if you just under some range of frequencies, not necessarily mind control, you might get accustomed to that particular feeling as wearing the glasses, because you've been exposed to that for a long period of time. So if you want to feel the difference, step into steel elevator. Get into steel elevator, or like in any hotel, for example, and just feel yourself. We are so busy in life, sometimes we don't let ourselves to feel ourselves, because I have to be there at 6 o'clock in the morning. I have to put gas in the car, and blah, 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 blah. And then you're just running. And you really don't have luxury sometimes to feel yourself, because you're thinking about how everybody else feels in the world, except for you. But today it's about you. So you step into your elevator and just feel yourself, to feel the difference, what it was outside and what it is inside. Another one, if you want to take it a little bit further, you take a steel pot in the kitchen and you put it over your head and feel the difference. When the steel pot blocking all the frequencies that are directed at your mind, and you just feel the difference. And then you will know that it's for real. There's extra step you can do with a steel pot. You can take a wire and connect it to the steel pot and put it into 0 in the plug so that it's grounded. And then you will feel for sure. Then you will be like, oh my gosh, how did I live, with all this crap bombarding me? Because you feel a lot better. But I guess, just get accustomed to it. And so anyway, this video is quite a bit technical, and I don't have much time to go through this and that. So I'm going to do it with the same process we did the previous ones. I'm just going to go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, give you a little bit extra information that you can research yourself. So we know now, in these days, some of the phones on the market that over $1,000 offered to you for free, no charge. Just come in, bring your old one, and you get a free, for example, iPhone 13. You don't get offers like this with laptops, right? So what is this telling you? That there's something about this, right? The laptops not offered for free. Phones for $1,100, $1,300, you can get for free. So to me, it's saying that the phone is the main device to program you, to control you, to get more information about you, to create different profiles. So we're going to look into the phone today. I will talk a little bit about the laptop in a different video, but we're just going to talk about the phone today. So one thing you need to know, some of you do, but some not, is your phone is always on. Even if you turn it off, press the button, they ask you, do you want to turn it off? You press yes, it's still on. It's just in the mode that it's off. But the background program's running, and it's connecting with different servers because there's several applications in the phone running, and it's continuously sending information and accepting information. So it doesn't matter if it's on or off, it continues doing the job that it's set to do. So if we look at the evolution of the phones, for the last 20 years, the evolution of the phone is such as to take more administrative rights away from your control. And we get to the point now where on some of the newer phones, you cannot even take the battery out, you cannot take SIM card out. It's quite a bit complicated. In some cases, you cannot even open the case to get your battery or SIM card. It's all done for a reason, as I mentioned, to take away your administrative rights. I recommend very strongly to look it up. YouTube channel of Rob Braxman Tech. Rob Braxman Tech. I'm going to spell last name Braxman. He's an amazing source about cell phones, and he goes into great details to explain how those phones work and provide a lot of technical information behind it that you might find very useful. If you don't have time for watching the rest of this video and you have money, then there's a great solution for you. Simply get a Linux phone. Some of those came onto the market not too long ago, and with those you pretty much limit mind control abilities of the other team against you almost to zero. Another option that you will find on the Rob Braxton YouTube channel is to get a phone and to make it de-Google, to take Google out of it completely. So there's a great video that Rob made about that. If you really wanted to get those administrative rights over your phone, then you wanted to root your phone, and that will get you administrative control privilege. If you research it, there's almost zero place in America where you can root those phones if you don't know someone. If you know someone, of course, you will get it done. But they made it complicated. Why? Because they don't want you to have those administrative rights. You want to set up Android. Right now we're talking about Android. And how to set it up, just type it in YouTube, developer option on Android, and follow the steps. When you get developer option set up, you go into the settings, you will find a tab there saying background programs. It will probably say by default 3 or 5 programs can run in the background. You want to change that to 0. And then every time you restart your phone, you want to go to that settings, developer option, click inside, and then go to this particular tab I'm talking about background programs, and put it again to 0 every single time you start your phone. If you restart it, for example. A limit amount of programs that your phone can run without you being aware against you, and it will not affect the functionality. So next, if you have an iPhone, and if it's any iPhone 6 or later, you can just take your pants off, bend over, and kiss your ass goodbye. There's not much you can do against iPhone. There are professional people that can give you some advice, but those are difficult to get around. Ever since Steve Jobs, the owner of Apple, was gone, that particular device was tempered against you, and they continue improving on it up until now. And that's why now you can go and get the free phone, because if they successfully use that device against you, that $1,300 that they gift you that phone for is nothing, because by reprogramming you, you will make mistakes in life. By making mistakes in life, you will make somebody else that money back in no time. Another example about Apple, if a person buy a new Apple of today, let's say 12 or 13, within about a month, it might be hard to recognize that person a month later as the same person that purchased the phone. The ability of that phone to reprogram you is one of the highest. I used to have a driver for my business for about a year and a half. His name was Derek, a really good guy. He helped me in the times when I really needed the help, and he was simply driving the car from point A to point B. He got Apple phone. He upgraded. He actually had 5 or 6 number, and then he upgraded to brand new, and he got a brand new laptop. And it was all continuously in his room next to him or in the car. And about a month later, he was lacking some focus, confidence, and a few other things that was very obvious. Even that I know what I know, I was not able to deliver information in the correct way for him to grasp on it, to do the corrective measures. And after all, he quit the job and move on in life. But this is just an example. This is just one example. I had 2 other examples to back up the comment I mentioned about if the person buy one of the latest iPhone within about a month of continuous use, this person character will change, and not in a good way. Especially for younger people that do not have core values set or belief mechanism set in concrete. If it can be tempered, it will be tempered. So how do we protect ourselves? This frequencies, mind control that somebody's trying to affect us with. One of the things is obvious. You limit device exposure. You limit phone being next to you during the day or night. So if previously it was 24/7 next to you, well, at least try to have it off for the times that when you're sleeping. And I just mentioned recently that you cannot just turn it off and believe that it's all taken care of. When you are disconnecting it, you want to take the battery out, you want to take the SIM card out, you want to put the SIM card between 2 pennies so that the side of the SIM card that have that copper is touched some type of metal. So that way the SIM card cannot, for example, broadcast your GPS location. Because even if you take it out, it is a computer within the phone. So a phone is a computer, and the SIM card itself has a chip. So if you do it the way I say, it will not broadcast where you're at. If you just turn off the phone, the SIM card can tell where you're at anyway. So you do that if you have Android. Another thing, just like in the computer, we have BIOS. If you don't have a way to get the battery disconnected or SIM card out, and you're simply afraid you might just lose the SIM card, it's just going to fall somewhere, it happened to me, then you can just do Android recovery menu. It's a special menu, just like in the computer BIOS. You use the combination of the keys to get to that menu, and what kind of combination of the keys, you want to look it up on YouTube or on internet somewhere. But it's usually 3 buttons that you have to press and hold, and it will take you to that mode. It's exactly the mode where you go to upgrade your phone, erase all the data, and stuff like that. When you put your phone into that state, the programs that normally run on it would not be able to run on it. Just like if you have your computer on BIOS mode, it did not load all the way yet, so there's no way it can be used like in the full capacity. So once that's done, What other things you can do with the phone? Anti-radiation phone case. You can simply get on Amazon. There's several cases available, but you wanted to look up specifically anti-radiation or EMF protective cell phone case. Why it is? If you have, for example, something that holding the phone from two different sides and it's specifically designed material so that those frequencies cannot directly be target you, right? There's something holding it, so those frequencies now have interference. It is a good thing to have. There's two variations of that phone case. One is like a folder, for example, that have special material that can not let those frequencies, for example, travel from the phone directly toward you. Another one is a Faraday bag. That one is the kind of case or bag that you simply put your phone in, and it is a professionally great design to where once you put it in and you zip it, there's no frequencies coming in or out. It's a done deal. And it's good to have both. It's good to have anti-radiation phone case to where you just use it every day and somebody calls, bam, you're on the phone. It's also good to have that Faraday bag to where if you need to get off the grid and you simply don't have a time to, turn it off, put the SIM card, between two pennies, find the surface where you wanted to put it on. You don't have time to horse around. You simply just fold it into that particular Faraday bag and that's it. So that's about that. So the concept with the phone, you want to control all the ports on your phone and you want to be able to control all the programs. Ports, for example, Wi-Fi or Bluetooth or phone-to-phone communication or this mobile internet port. So those are the ports, and programs are the programs that are running in the phone, in GPS, for example, another one. So average phone has about 200 applications, system applications in the phone. Each and every one of those system applications has their own server that it can be connected to for information exchange. You cannot delete applications that are used for mind control unless your phone is rooted, as I mentioned earlier. Plus, some of the applications for use of your phone and for mind control is the same applications. So if you remove those system ones, some of the features on your phone would not work. So it takes some learning to go through all your applications and maybe download the list of what every one of those applications does and then go from there. Why you want to do that? Because since you cannot remove those applications, delete those applications from your phone that you may be thinking threat, you can at least stop those applications from running. And if you have the list of every one of those applications and what it's doing for your particular phone, you can take 15-20 minutes in the morning when you turn it on and you simply go in and you kill those apps that you believe is a threat. If you kill, let's say, 150 applications out of 200, your phone still have the full functionality, except for the things that you decided you're no longer interested in. You would have to get to that compromise. And the ability of the server to use mind control against you will be significantly reduced because you just tamper with your phone to the point where 75% of the applications no longer functioning correctly. Keep in mind, those apps on the timer, and maybe in about 3 hours after you disconnect them all, some of those will come back to life and will continue broadcasting. A couple other things you want to do with settings of the phone. You want to type in the search device admin, and it will show you all the administrative rights to, what is using your phone under those administrative rights. It is recommended that you disconnect every single one of those. Then when we're talking about voice features on your phone, for example, with the text messaging, you press the button and you say something and it recognizes your voice and allows you to send a quick text message like that, disconnect it. All of the voice recognition, you go to keyboard settings on your phone, and a lot of those tabs that's on, for example, correcting the words, if you make a grammar mistakes, you want to disconnect them all. It is important. You want to turn off all the features on your phone that you're not using. So you wanted to tailor your phone to what you use it for. You also wanted to set all the permissions to only what you need from your phone. Usually, you have a lot of those permissions for different apps on, even that you don't need it on. But it's best to keep it to minimum because you're limiting ability of your phone hardware by doing so to work against you. Simple as that. Play a little bit with security settings. Go in and see what's up with security settings. You might find that you can improve a lot on that. Also, there's this thing with applications. It says, for example, the settings on application is such that it's allowed to save the battery charge. That's bullshit. It will do that, but the point is it's just a different name for saying that I can turn it on or turn it off, that particular application at any time I want to. but they disguise it under the fact that we're going to save you battery. Okay, so you just want to be aware of it. Usually, most of your applications set the way that you can save the battery. You can put it into opposite settings where it does not save you battery. Get an extra charge battery and just use it. It's better to do that than to allow those applications to be running randomly, not under your administrative rights, but under somebody else's. You want to have application on your phone that will allow you to pick a type of network that you're using with your cellular. There will be several types of network. For example, GSM. There's another type of GSM with something, then LTE with something, and the combinations are such that there's over 10, I believe, that you can pick. And you want to do a little bit research about, why you need this particular set of settings for your network type. It's interesting to learn for yourself, because some are very aggressive types that can really screw you over in a short period of time. Some, for example, GSM or LTE, not so much. So you want to do your own research about it. Then GPS on your phone. Well, we all know that it's not good to broadcast where you're at, but sometimes you're using apps that you need that GPS feature, right? Like maps and stuff. So the way cell phone towers know where to send the signal is not only by GPS signal, but it's one of those. So you wanted to get a fake GPS application for your phone, and the name for the application is exactly fake GPS. And you install it, and then you put GPS location on your phone, and then you go into that device settings and set this application up. So what happens is that you pick maybe LA, that you're in LA, and if you go into Google and try to search something, Google will think that you're in LA. Got it? So the system that's operating with mind control will read your GPS settings as you're in LA. So part of the things that's aimed at you will not go directly at you. You're deflecting the signal. Another one, GPS is only one. Another one is Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is also, if you, for example, using the Wi-Fi currently, they can know your location within about 3 feet, I believe, maybe 3.5. So there's ways to block that port, and there's an app called Wi-Fi Kill. You can download it and also use it. So between changing network type, fake GPS application, Wi-Fi Kill, you are already in a better shape. Then VPN. If you're still using mobile internet on your phone, you want to have VPN. You just kill GPS by redirecting it. You kill Wi-Fi. It's not able to read where you're at or connect to your Wi-Fi. And now you have VPN that's redirecting the mobile internet. You can pick where you want to be with VPN. Whatever VPN you use, that's fine. I personally like to use NetGuard VPN. It's a little different than just a regular VPN. I do not use internet on my cell phone at all. Data is completely disconnected. And since every one of those 200 applications has ability to connect to server, and if I have the Wi-Fi port open, it will connect to server and then continue working against me, then this program put a stop to it. It's blocking the port, just like VPN, but it's just anyway. So the name of the application, NetGuard VPN. I put a stop of those applications to being able to connect with the servers using different ports. Then another one is Bluetooth Kill. Bluetooth has a very wide range of frequencies that can affect your brain. And you probably heard that if you use it for a long time, for example, this hands-free, and you use it day after day, you might have a tumor. When they first came up with Bluetooth, the range of frequencies was a lot smaller. As it advanced, my guess, technology was tempered specifically to play on your brain, like in today's day for this particular application, but I don't know for sure. This is just my guess. So as you figure out, the best is not to use internet on your phone, but you can simply use different VPN. And if you are not targeted individual, the requirement of adjusting your settings on your device to minimum applications is not as high. If you are a targeted individual, and you would know, so just trust me, you would know, then it is in your best interest to set those settings on your phone minimalistic, so that you only use your phone for what's good for you, and you shut all the ports and abilities for server or some other programs to use it against you. So the cell phone towers, they can broadcast, for example, frequencies on the entire city without even using the phones. They can just broadcast for the entire city. And at the same time, they can broadcast tailored frequencies through your device against you. So it's kind of dual effect. And another thing, if you target an individual, for example, and you go into the hotel and you check in, let's say in Hilton, and you got your room, you're happy, blah, 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 your phone's still on. Well, some of the devices in that room where you're at, because now the server knows that you're in that particular room. So game on. Every single thing that is in that room that was designed there specifically to boost effect of this mind control will work against you. And the next morning you might really have a very harsh morning, and nobody in the hotel would have even close to the same feeling, because this technology is such that it can tailor attack against you only, so that when you come out into the new day, even try to say something to other people, they would look at you like you're crazy. It's set up that way. So the concept that we just discussed, I call it a fly in the house. So if there is one fly in the house sitting on the meat, if we close all the windows and all the doors, that fly cannot tell other flies that there is a meat, and it will not invite the other flies inside. You close all the doors. If you have left, for example, one of the ports open, that fly can fly out and invite some friends, or those friends will see the open door and surely enough will fly to get part of that meat. So that's pretty much a simplified concept. I want to tell you something you might find it interesting. This technology that we're discussing already in this third video. In the previous video, number 2, I mentioned about your contact list with 300 people in it, right? And then I kind of dropped that without extending the topic, but I would like to spend just a couple minutes more on it. So what did I was trying to say? So let's say you have 300 people in your phone and you are a targeted individual. So in order to screw up your life, it's enough to screw up your contacts. The ones that closest and most important to you, most likely in your phone contact list. The phone contact list are very much accessible. It can be taken away from your phone without you knowing, no problem. Then what happens, it can be put in a specific set of programs that send to every one of your contacts out of your phone to their phones set of programs. For example, your name is Dave, and those people for about a month will be getting subliminal messages through their phones into their mind that is not good. Dave is a liar. Dave is thief. Dave is crook. Dave is not a good friend. It's best to stay away from Dave. What you will see that you will notice that people are no longer acting the same around you. They may be more negative against you, and it would be no real signs that you would think that it should be that way, because you know where every one of you contacts at as far as the level of communication, as far as positivity, negativity, and your predictions often about this particular contact or that contact would be wrong, because those people was already pre-programmed against you. And if you're in business, it can cost you some money. You can lose some money. You can count on somebody, and they will not be there for you for this particular reason. So this technology have capacity to do those types of things. And if you're not strong mentally, it can bring you down very quickly as you see everybody's turning away from you. Ask me how I know. Anyway, it's a past, but I figured out, I was able to put the puzzle together. And in some cases, when some of you contact, for example, more like on the positive, right? It will not drop much, but it will drop. But if there was a contact where you experienced, for example, you owe some money, you didn't keep up a couple promises for the last 5 years because you simply couldn't with the steps you're making in life, it was not a possibility, but you knew for sure in your mind that you're going to catch up at some point somehow because you're just that guy. You wanted to make things right. Well, with those particular contacts, things will drop down significantly to where it might really surprise you. So the reason I'm saying that is that it was a long video, almost 1 hour. We talk about phone, different settings, and the concept behind it, just to give you an idea, a little bit more technical information, how this can be, how this technology can work. And I wanted to close this video with this contact list against you thing so that you take it seriously, because there's a lot of targeted individuals in the United States. There's been a lot of videos, for example, on the topic I'm describing right now on YouTube. A lot of those videos was filtered out so that you don't find that information, so that you continuously spinning the wheels without result. And we want to break it. We want to break it. We want to counteract it. And I hope this helped you to make better decisions with your devices. I haven't decided. Oh, actually I did. In the next video, we're going to talk about one set of programs in the phone or any other electronics that is used against you on the planet scale. And it is very powerful technology. I ran into it myself. I was able to counteract it, and I will share with you how you can do it too. Have a great night, and good luck.